It was a cold, quiet night. There was no sound except the sound of the air hitting the wooden doors, and there was the sound of footsteps walking very quickly and cautiously. This unknown person was carrying a straw basket with something inside it. He placed the basket on the doorstep of old Madeline's house. An hour passed suddenly. A loud crying sound broke the silence that was filling the place. The sound of crying woke the sleeping man. The man opened the wooden door and almost broke it to find the source of the disturbance and called out screaming, "Can't we sleep, O miserable village?" Curiosity led him to know the source of the sound. He looked down and found a strange creature crying in a basket of cloth. This creature was a baby. The man had never seen a baby in his life. The man's mother called to her son, screaming, "What's wrong, Raphael?" Raphael came carrying the baby to his old mother, who was sewing her torn clothes. She was surprised and said, "Whose child is this, Raphael? Answer me quickly." Raphael told her that he was on the doorstep of the house alone. After that, the old woman decided to raise the child, and she named him Jujab, and it was a strange name. The old woman began to take care of Jujab, or rather she was taking care of him for the sake of her and her huge addicted son. She was always neglecting him and skimping on his food until he almost died of starvation. Days passed, and Jujab continued to live with human demons. When he reached the age of 9, he appeared to be very intelligent, so Raphael took him to work with him in the only bar in the village. He carried boxes of wine, cleaned the place, and sometimes he smoothly stole some coins from the customers. He would buy fresh bread and grilled meat there, and during his break, he would climb the school wall and sneak into the teachers' rooms, where he would find jewelry, chains, and valuables worth the risk for. Jujab was a wonderful mixture of courage and planning. One time he tried to steal a watch from a man, but the man sensed him and quickly followed after him. Jujab fled with lightning speed, and he knew the village's roads well, so he was able to escape. However, he realized that the man saw his face, so he decided at the time of the theft to cover his face and change his identity and appearance as much as possible. While Jujab was walking around with a bag that he had stolen from one of the teachers at school, and it contained her personal belongings, including cosmetics, some money, and an expensive watch. He was very happy with these spoils, and he was on his way to the store that he used to go to sell what he had stolen. He found a boy sitting at a table. In the restaurant, as he was playing with his money, Jujab was looking at him from afar and thinking of a way to steal the boy's money. He soon found the child leaving the restaurant, forgetting his money on the table, heading to the baker near the restaurant. So Jujab took advantage of the opportunity and entered the restaurant and collected the money. He almost lost his mind from the excitement while he was singing happily. After collecting the money, he turned around to take his bag, but he didn't find it near him. He thought that he had left it in the street, so he went to take it, but he didn't find it. The smile and joy disappeared from the face of poor Jujab, and he stood up. He searched for her everywhere and asked everyone he met in the village, but to no avail. He became very sad and suddenly realized what happened to him. He learned that the bag wasn't lost at all, but stolen. He learned that he was deceived in a very clever way. The child in the restaurant did not forget his money on the table. Rather, he planned all of this because he knew Jujab and had studied him closely while he didn't feel it. Jujab felt humiliated and realized how naive he was and how easily he was manipulated, all because of arrogance and complacency. He decided to take revenge on that malicious child and said to himself,
"Do you think, you cowardly mouse, that you will survive what you have done? Enjoy what you have won. Your joy is short." Wait for me.